The internet is obsessed with slang. Every couple months, there's a new word everybody starts using, and it spreads like wildfire. But here's the thing, most of it sucks. Like, half of these words don't even mean anything anymore. They're just filler people type out to farm likes or to sound quirky. So today, we're looking at the worst slang that people use online, the words that need to be retired immediately because if I see them one more time, I might just log off for good. Let's start off with one of the worst ones, delulu. This word is exclusively used by girls online and is easily one of the most irritating slang terms out there. Every time a girl invents some fake fantasy in her head, she slaps delulu on it like it makes it cute. A guy breathes in her direction once, OMG, I'm so delulu, he totally likes me. This isn't delulu, it's just like pathetic and lonely and weird. Or when they force that corny rhyme, delulu is the salulu. That might be the dumbest phrase ever typed. It sounds like a slogan for the mental hospital. And you know the type of girls that use it, it's always the most chronically online ones, the ones who tweet fake relationship scenarios all day, like, he hasn't texted me in 2 weeks, but I just know he's planning a surprise. I'm delulu. No, he's planning to ghost you forever. What makes it worse is how they hide behind the word like it's a shield. Instead of admitting they're obsessive or down bad, they call it delulu and pretend it's funny. But it's not funny, it's just cornball behavior. At this point, delulu is barely slang anymore. It's more of just a sign that you're embarrassing yourself publicly and expecting applause. Here's the thing about delulu. The reason it hasn't blown up like Riz is because guys would have to start saying it. And if a guy ever tried to use delulu the way that girls do, it would be an instant FBI watch list. Like, imagine some dude saying, bro, she tied her shoe near me once. I'm so delulu, I already picked out our kids' names. Like, that's not quirky, that's a restraining order. Or worse, she liked my TikTok from 6 months ago. I'm so delulu, I know she wants me to move in with her family. That's not slang, that's like Netflix true crime documentary waiting to happen. That's why slang is locked in the girl Twitter bubble. It's because it works when a girl says it in a cutesy way. The second a guy tries it, it stops being funny and it turns into Dateline NBC. Another one that needs to be retired immediately is normalize. This word started out as a way to talk about real stuff, like normalize not suffering in silence, normalize talking about mental health. Cool, fair enough, but then the internet got a hold of it and ruined it in record time. Now every clown on Twitter is tweeting garbage like, normalize eating tacos at 3 a.m., normalize watching Shrek 2 once a week, normalize spending $600 on crystals. No, none of these are things that society needs to normalize, and it's just you being weird, and it's actually a good thing that it's not normalized. And you know exactly the type of people who use this word. It's always the wannabe relatable accounts, the people who think that they're speaking for the culture, but they're really just confessing to bad life choices, like normalize not showering for 3 days and not buying deodorant. That's just like, what are you saying here? We already have a word for that. It's called being gross. It turned into the laziest way to farm likes. Instead of writing a joke or an actual thought, they just slap normalize blank on something dumb and call it a tweet. At this point, if you're still saying normalize, you're not starting a movement. You are just trying to make your bad habits trendy. I think the problem with normalize is that it was never actually about changing culture. It was just people slapping it in front of the most bare minimum behaviors imaginable. You know, you'll see like normalize saying hi to your friends. That's just called being a person. Nobody thought that was banned in the first place. But then you've got like the actual crazies that are saying shit like normalize blocking your family and moving to the woods. It's like, okay, now we're jumping into dangerous territory. What makes it worse is how this became fake inspirational. You know, people were tweeting like normalize blank the same way they'd write Pinterest quotes, and instead of starting movements, it just made timelines unreadable. It also exposed how lazy people are because half the time normalized tweets don't even come from genuine thoughts. It's just people trying to farm relatability points. So if you ever actually needed some normalizing, you shouldn't have to tweet about it. The fact that you're begging for it online already proves that it's not about normalizing. Next up, we got core. This is when people slap core onto literally anything and pretend it's a whole aesthetic. It started with stuff like cottage core or goblin core, which already sounded dumb, but at least they kind of made sense. Now it's out of control. People will post a blurry pic of their messy bedroom and call it like feral core, or some dude eating expired pizza rolls at 2 a.m. and it's me living that broke college student core. Bro, that is not an aesthetic, that is just being dirty. And it just gets so broad too. You'll see tweets like crying in the shower is so me core. Like, what are you talking about? That's just like depression. Or spending $300 on Starbucks every month is my core. Again, that's not core, that is just financial irresponsibility. It's like people got bored of describing things things normally, so they just threw core at the end of every sentence and it somehow stuck. At this point, nothing is core, it's just a lazy way to label your bad habits as a personality. The dumbest use of core, by the way, is when people use it for stuff that doesn't need labeling at all. Like, it'll be sunny outside, birds chirping, nothing unusual happening, and someone will post, "It's so sunny, core, today." Like, that's just the sun doing its job. It's not like an aesthetic, it's not a core. Or they'll drink a cup of water and be like, "It's hydration, core." Again, it's not like a vibe, that's just survival. You're just like drinking water. It's gotten to a point where people act like putting core at the end of something turns basic human functions into its own thing. Like brushing my teeth core, yeah man, that's called hygiene. At this rate, we're just one tweet away from breathing core or existing core. If everything is core, then nothing is. Alright, next one we got she ate. This one has become fucking unbearable because anytime a girl posts literally anything, her replies are just flooded with "she ate" and "ate and left no crumbs." And half the time, she didn't even eat. She posted a basic selfie in her bedroom with laundry on the floor, and yeah, there were literally crumbs everywhere. It's turned into this auto response where people don't even mean it anymore. It's just a go-to hype word when you don't know what else to say. Like, you know, someone could just tweet, "I'm bored," and the replies will be, "Dude, she ate." Ate what? The boredom? And the worst offenders are the ones who will apply it to completely normal stuff, like a girl orders Starbucks. She ate, she gets her oil changed. She ate. That's just life maintenance, not a fucking feast. It's lost all meaning. You know, once upon a time, she ate was supposed to mean someone looked really good or did something impressive. Now it's just a slang for, you know, clapping like a fucking seal for anything. At this point, if you're still saying "she ate," the only thing you're eating is your dignity. The most insufferable part of this phrase is that it's used to applaud people when they're being just loud and completely wrong. Like, some girl will post a half-baked rant that makes zero sense, and the replies are all, "Yes, queen, she ate." Like, no, she didn't eat, she just said something dumb with confidence. It's like the internet stops caring if something's true as long as it's said with enough sass. Like, a girl could tweet, "The earth is flat, and that's why men don't deserve rights," and the replies would be like, "Oh, she ate and left no crumbs." Holy fuck, that's just like cooked up nonsense. And no, the more wrong they are, the louder the applause gets. The "she ate" has basically turned into the participation trophy for bad opinions. Alright, finally here we got "it's giving." This one might be the most brain dead of them all because it literally doesn't mean anything. People just throw it out with zero follow-up. A girl will post her outfit and the replies are, "It's giving." Giving what? Giving who? Giving how? Finish the sentence. You can't just say "it's giving" like that's a complete thought. The worst part is people stretch it, like someone shows up to class in pajamas and people are like, "It's giving CEO." What does that mean? Or when they use it for normal everyday stuff, a guy gets lunch. "It's giving gourmet." You are literally saying nothing. At this point, "it's giving" isn't even slang. It's just like it's just a verbal loading screen, a way to pretend that you said something when you didn't. Anyway, let me know what I missed down in the comments below. 15,000 likes and I'll do a part 2 to this video. Be sure to go check out my Spotify. I post all my videos early over there. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.